Hi, I'm Phoebe. I've never done this before. Um, okay. So I'm here today to talk to Lauren Kubiak, who is from the National Resource Defense Fund, and she's one of NRDC's leading ocean experts, and she's here today to answer a few of my questions, and I'm going to invite her now. Somehow. Here we go. Okay. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Phoebe. How are
How's
you?
it going?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm really excited to meet you, and thank you for doing this.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for doing this. I'm excited to talk oceans with you.
Me as well. And I've never done this Instagram live before, so it's very new thing for me as well. It's kind of fascinating. You're in New York right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in our New York office.
Okay, well, I'm in
Where
Australia.
are you? In
I'm in
Australia?
Australia.
Nice.
We're oceans apart.
Yes, many oceans
Speaking
apart
of,
and many
um,
hemispheres apart as well.
well, I have just a couple of questions for you that I would like to ask. I'm gonna move this aside a little bit. So, what are the biggest threats right now to our oceans?
Yeah, so the oceans are super important. We rely on the ocean for the air we breathe. It produces oxygen that we need to survive. It produces food that we need to live. And it also absorbs a lot of heat from climate change, so it helps moderate our climate system. And unfortunately, there are a lot of threats facing the ocean. So a lot of a lot of you watching have probably heard about plastic pollution. So by some measures, some scientists think there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish by 2050, which is pretty alarming.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one statistic that you're like, wow, that's
Mhm.
humans really do have a big impact. So that's pretty crazy. Um, there's seismic impacts, so whales and dolphins rely on sound to navigate, and when there's um, loud ships from shipping, or if there's oil and gas drilling or exploration, that creates really loud sound that interferes with their ability to navigate, and whales can walk
I never
on
thought of
shore.
that. Right.
Hmm?
I said,
Yeah,
yeah, I've never thought of that.
yeah,
Because of
that's a big issue that I didn't know a lot about until a couple years ago. There's a lot of new research that shows just how dramatic the impacts of noise pollution are.
yeah,
And
wow.
yeah, and there's a lot of overfishing. Fish populations are declining, and yeah, sorry to be a downer, but there are a whole lot of threats that are facing the ocean.
And is there anything that the government can do or is doing to combat these threats?
Yeah, that's actually an area where I feel pretty optimistic about. So a lot of my work is focused on the high seas, which is the area of ocean outside of any national jurisdiction. So all of the ocean that's kind of way out there, so more than 200 miles offshore. And it's a place that probably most people will never go, but a lot of fishermen are starting to fish there more and more. And it's also a huge area. It's almost half the planet and about 2/3 of the ocean. And governments just 2 weeks ago here in New York, the United Nations started negotiating a treaty to protect the high seas. So all of that area doesn't have really any adequate safety for the marine life that lives there. So governments recently started to negotiate a treaty to better protect that marine life, and that's an area where I have a lot of optimism.
Yeah, right. And then my last question is, what can we do, and what can people that are watching this at home, what can we do to kind of help, and contribute to protecting our oceans?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think there are personal actions that people can take and also political actions, because when you change policy, that's you're having a lasting impact and a big impact. So some personal impact some personal action some personal actions that people can take are using less single-use plastic items, so like plastic straws, plastic cups for coffee. So you can bring your own straw, you can bring your own coffee cup, you can bring your own bag when you go to the store, so you don't have to get the plastic bags, which end up in the ocean and end up hurting the wildlife there. So those are some individual actions, and also to help with overfishing. There are some really good resources to help you figure out what fish is sustainably fished and what fish is being overfished. So one of those resources is the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Guide. So you can go to the Monterey Bay Seafood Watch website and download the guide, which tells you what fish is well managed and what's sustainable and what's overfished and you should avoid at the grocery store.
Right. Okay, that's great. And where can we find that information?
That's at the Seafood Watch website. So if you Google Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Guide, it come up, and it has the best options and the less good options.
Okay.
And one other more kind of fun action that
I
hopefully
lost you for a second.
Oh, can you see me now?
I can't hear you.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can't, it's really quiet.
How about
technology is wonderful until it's not.
I know, it's amazing we're talking across so many oceans, but there's bound to be some difficulties. Am I a little bit louder now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay, great. So one of the other things that people can do that hopefully some people watching right now can do is the next negotiating session for the High Seas Treaty is starting in March of next year. And before that, we're asking people to post a photo of the ocean or even a selfie or whatever kind of their favorite ocean related image is with the hashtag #OneOceanOnePlanet. And we're planning to gather all of those photos on Instagram and on Twitter and make a mosaic to display at the UN to show governments that are negotiating the treaty how much support there is for protecting the ocean. So that's an easy way that you can contribute and actually get your photo at the United Nations and in front of governments who are making decisions that are gonna impact the planet for the next, several centuries.
Yeah, for generations and generations to come.
Yes.
Well, Lauren, thank you so much. I really appreciate you answering these questions for me. And if anyone's watching at home wants any more information, you can either follow NDRC on Instagram or go on their website or follow Lauren. Do you have Instagram?
I do have Instagram. My Instagram is less interesting than the @NRDC_org Instagram. So I would recommend following @NRDC_org, or if you want to follow me and see my pictures of my various vacations to Maine and to the beach.
Great worthwhile Instagram follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then if anyone's a Twitter user, we also have Twitter accounts that so NRDC, and I have a @Lauren Kubiak account.
Well, Lauren, it was awesome to meet you. Thank you so much. That was really, really great information to have, and I hope anyone watching at home learned something today. And yeah, it was a really great to talk to you.
So great to talk to you too, Phoebe, and great to meet you. And enjoy your day. It's almost nighttime here in New York.
It's very early here, so it's the rest of the day. I think it's very late there. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, Lauren.
Bye.